I think adaptability is what's kept you in the game so long, because you are willing to, you know, there's always a protocol, but sometimes, you have to, you can't be afraid of new things, or growth always comes when you're uncomfortable.
Yeah, I agree. And there are things that I know are not a good fit. Like, there are some sessions where you go in and there's somebody working on a track and it's really loud. I'm very sensitive to sounds and lights and
Yeah.
stuff like that, as you know. So I know that I won't put myself in, there's too many people in the room or somebody smoking or all these things. So I can't be in that sort of situation.
Right.
So I know, and the people who help me book my sessions know I just want to be in there with somebody. Now I haven't been in the room in a year. It's all been via Zoom.
Right.
It probably come back in the summer, I think. And then just be in a room with, either it's usually 3 people, maybe it depends. Sometimes it's 4, sometimes it's 2 of us, and just write the song. And then lately, because of the pandemic, I've been doing a lot of, like, people in Europe will send me things where they want lyrics, and I'll just do lyrics, which I can do.
Right.
It's kind of fun because I can just be in. One thing I like about the pandemic is I can work with people all over the world. I'm just in my office on my computer, and I don't have to get in my car. But I do miss traveling. I did a tremendous amount of traveling over the year.
Yeah, I know.
Europe every year, and London every year, Nashville, New York, and I'm looking forward to that coming back. But I'm also looking forward to I think with Zoom, I think
the world's getting smaller.
The world will stay. I'll still be able to do these sessions with people instead of, going to London, going to Stockholm and all this. It takes you days to get over the jet lag. And then you don't even know if it's going to be a session that is a good fit. And then you might come back with so that's been an upside.
That's wonderful. Yeah, I mean, it's so, like now, the world is so much smaller. You can do all these things without having to leave your house.
Yeah.
Now let me ask you this: if there was anyone right now that you want to write with, who is it?
Gosh. Who? It's a John Legend. I really want to write with. I'm actually a dream, John Legend. There's a girl called Her. I think it's spelled H.
I know Her. Yeah.
I love Her.
Yeah.
Her. Now these are people. I mean, yeah, I'd love to write with Taylor Swift, for instance, but I know that's not going to happen.
She writes with other people, doesn't she? Co-write with people?
She does, but I don't. I think it's usually more musicians. Because she's lyrics. So
she does what you do with musicians. I get it.
Never say never, but I'd love to write with Ed Sheeran. I did once just with a song that he ended up working on, but never in the room. So I'm a big Ed Sheeran fan.
Me too. I love him.
I'm trying, I love the group Haim, who was on, when they were on the Grammys. They're terrific. And, I'm trying to think who. I mean, there's a lot of people I would love to write with, but the real the reason I say somebody like John Legend is he still does real songs. People who do real songs. I love this new girl Olivia Rodriguez who did this driver's license song. I know she.
Oh, I love that song.
Well, she writes her. She does what I do. So that's also probably not going to happen, but that would be somebody I would love to work with because it's beautiful songs and
These are people you'd love to be trapped in a snowstorm with for a couple of weeks.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Fireplace.
Absolutely.
20 inches of snow, couple glasses of wine. You'd be like, all right, let's run.
That's incredible. Yeah. I would love that.
Me too. I would love to be in that. I would love to be part of that.
Win it. What songwriter win it?
I mean, just the process of writing. It's always been for me anyway, as a songwriter, to start out with nothing and then have something tangible. Like
create something.
Whether everyone in the world hates the song, if you like the song, you feel like you have to like what you do yourself.
Yes. And process. Sometimes, like I was just asked to do something very interesting. That's like a saxophone player, like a classical saxophone player. I never get asked to do stuff like that. Is doing an album, and I thought, okay, now this is not going to really generate any income, but this is something that creatively is intriguing to me, something different. So I'm always interested. Like that's why I'm working at a musical, and that's been really fun because it's something. But the music is like rock and pop and country and bluegrass. So it's the kind of music that I like writing, but it's something different. So I think after having written songs now for so many years, I'm choosy about, I don't chase things so much anymore. And I'm choosy about making sure that it's something that is going to be creatively inspiring. And I agree with you, even if nobody hears it, if it's a great day and you make a connection and you feel inspired, then you've accomplished something amazing. And sometimes you never know. Sometimes it could be 10 years later and suddenly you find a home or a use or something for the song. I've been trying to organize my songs recently. And it's been great to be like, wow, this, some of them I'm like, oh boy, why did I write that one? But then there's a few that you're like, God, this stands up, and still gonna try to see if there's somebody out there who wants to record it.
Absolutely. Well, like one of the, I'm sure I know you do this. I do it all the time. I have my iPhone and I sing a million ideas into my iPhone. So like, or somebody, I'll overhear a conversation and the topic is just incredible. And I'm like, and it'll make me think about something. And then I'll get in the car. And by the time I get like to the red light, I'm like, I hear this melody or this idea and I quick grab my phone, I sing into it, and then I have it. Then like a week later, I listen to like 20 of them and delete. Oh, this one's pretty good. Delete. This one's pretty, like.
Yeah. I feel like you love everything in the moment, but it's like the test of even a few days when you can go back and you're like, oh, I didn't like that. Or you're like, that was good. Or I like this part of it that I want to expand. And
And it's over the years, like when I was working with Bill Aucoin from Kiss, who was my manager for years. Wow. And I said to him, he didn't like I played like 3 songs in a row for him. He's like, nope, don't like it. Go to another one. And then like by the time I got to the 4th one and he kept saying no, I'm like, and he said to me, because he could see I was getting a little, flustered, and he's like, Joe, you got to learn how to kill your babies.
Yeah.
And he goes, listen, if I didn't like you, I wouldn't be here. So it's not that I don't like you. I love a lot of your songs, but these particular ones you just played, I'm not crazy about. I think you have better stuff. So I'm just trying to cut through the fat to get to the meat.
Oh yeah. You have to have absolutely, like, you have to get so used to rejection that it just rolls off you like, rain. It's just like, I mean, I send songs out, no, not what we're looking for. No, not really feeling whatever. But then, that's just the way that it is. And it's so subjective. You might have taken those same 4 songs to another person and they might have loved them. I think it's very subjective. I mean, if you watch the Grammys, like there'll be some acts and songs that people love and some that it's not their cup of tea at all. I mean, there's different kinds of music for everybody. And, it's like art. It's like going to an art museum. Like I'm not a huge modern art fan. Somebody might, I like more realistic, somebody else.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, but you know what? And I'll go to the modern art. I'll be like, that's like a dot in the middle of it. But then there's people that love that, and it speaks to them, and they see possibilities in it, and they love that. And I don't think there's any right and wrong. I think it's personal.
It's the eye of the beholder. It's really that's why Baskin Robbins has 31 flavors, for God's sakes.
Yeah, then I think probably have more than that these days.
Probably, yeah.